I'm your host, Mersh. Started not feeling great last night. If you watched last night's show, I was not feeling great. Came to a head last night.
Good.
And I've come to a conclusion. Daddy has to quit taking 7 tabs. I think the last 2 times I got sick, I'm literally getting dope sick from 7 tabs. I didn't think they were that strong. So no 7 tabs tonight. Thought about drinking. It's my birthday. Technically, I could drink, but I haven't.
Happy birthday,
No drinking,
Mersh.
no 7 tabs. We're gonna be
Guys,
good
a
tonight.
big round of happy birthday to Mersh, huh? Happy birthday, buddy.
Birthday.
He's
sober.
He's sober, Mersh, for his birthday. This is a big event. You know, he's been planning his drinking. He's got some upcoming drinking to do, but for his birthday, he's staying sober, Mersh. Oh, except for the 7 tabs and the kratom and the weed and the Adderall and the... Am I forgetting something? Probably. Oh, cigarettes and the bones. What is this thing? I always forget what that is. Dabs.
We're counting down 2 hours away till my birthday.
It's Mersh's birthday girl week, by the way. It's a full-on week of Mersh celebration. But while Mersh does a countdown to his birthday, which legitimately, he started celebrating his birthday the episode before his birthday. Then on his birthday, he called himself the birthday boy, which is unreal. In case you don't know, Mersh is 42 years old now. Mersh is not our only birthday boy, though. Oh,
I'm a lolcow.
There we go. Whoa.
Oh,
So,
boy.
by the way,
Boy.
I put up some decorations. The balloons are causing static on the TV. I have no clue what's going on. We're going to have some technical difficulties during this episode. But again, Mersh is not the only birthday boy. Mersh and Comedy Shaman celebrate the exact same birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I am pressing the shit out of these buttons and nothing is happening. I am experiencing some technical fuck-ups, the likes of which I've never even seen before. This is getting dicey. Oh my God. I don't know how I'm going to control the show like this. This is bad. This is really bad. Okay. Yikes. Anyway, it's also Comedy Shaman's birthday. Comedy Shaman turned, I think, 31. And
Yep.
Mersh and Comedy Shaman, not only do they have the exact same birthday, they were both born on Friday the 13th, which we found out recently. It couldn't be more perfect.
I'm old and I'm dying. Yeah, you're correct, Triple M. They
He's old and he's dying, he says. That's how he celebrates his birthday.
seem too fucking enjoyable to not have a downside. It's not too bad, but you get like dope sick. Like you get like a runny nose, aches. And I was like, fuck. And I know it's happened before, and I know if I just don't take any 7 tabs, tomorrow I'll be a little gross and groggy.
So Mersh is dope sick. Here's how Mersh ended up celebrating his birthday. Okay. He's dope sick and he's getting trolled. So night 1 of his birthday, because again, it's birthday week. Night 1 of his birthday, he's coming down off of like this new super concentrated kratom shit he's on. Night 2 of his birthday, he accidentally gets trolled by who he thinks is the Podawful cult. It actually wasn't. We'll explore more of that a little bit later in the program. And then, of course, how did Comedy Shaman celebrate his birthday? Well, the only way he knows how, by being mad at Podawful and swearing revenge on me. Comedy Shaman, once again, threatening my life and my livelihood. So in order to celebrate, I figured we should have Comedy Shaman sing Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck.
I just got a new TV, 55-inch, nice fucking 4K Amazon TV.
Whoa there, big guy.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Well, it's a nice little birthday present for himself. Happy birthday to Mersh. Happy birthday to comedy She-Man. SHAMAPPY MERSHDAY to you all. I cannot get these buttons to work. This is going to be a fucked up episode. I'm just going to warn you right now. You can hear the audio, the TV, everything's going. The moon base is going, okay? Not great. Maybe for my birthday, we'll get a new moon base. Anyway, welcome everybody. It's Podawful. I'm your host, Jesse PS. Happy to be here. I don't even have the chat on screen right now, but let me bring it up here so I can see. Everything is kind of fucking up right now. Thank you to the henchmen for joining me as well. Hi, guys.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Yeah, they say, look at those teeth, beautiful teeth, H2BH. Oh, and thank you to Angie's random edits, or is it's at Angie's edits now on YouTube. We're going to be going over her clippings of Mersh's birthday tonight. That's what we're going to be going over. His she went through the trouble of going through his birthday episodes and finding all the best nuggets of them, because we were watching it live and it was boring. You have never seen a sadder celebration for a man's birthday ever. Now, just to be clear, he's 42 years old. He shouldn't be celebrating his birthday. That should be illegal at this point. I think, you know what, our friend Faceless has a little jag going. Actually, let me see if I can.
Oh, yeah, what'd he say?
Have you seen this, the Faceless thing?
Yeah, I've seen that tweet.
Let me see if I can find it.
Like something after 21, I think,
Yeah,
right?
he's got his own designs on whether or not you should be celebrating your birthday at this point in your life. Let me see if I can find it here. This was not planned.
But my favorite one probably has to be the time that...
No, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it? Fuck, I'm not going to find this like last second here, am I? He's got a really great little jag on.
His name on Twitter.
Adult man birthdays. Mersh is like the...
Oh, yeah.
He's the quintessential, you know... Nobody other than Mersh is attempting so hard to have one foot in being like a big boy, smoking and drinking all the time, and the other foot in eternal childhood. He's got a little bit of Peter Pan syndrome, probably because, you know, his parents are dead and he never had a real childhood. He probably had to be, I was going to say the man of the house, but that's inaccurate. He had to be the baby raped boy of the house. He is mentally molested. He's one of the Earth's raped. And speaking of, wait, I might have found it.
As a man, after...
Here we go. Nailed it. Okay, nice. Found it. Here's the Faceless clip. Let's take a look at this real quick. Our good friend Faceless. If you don't know. Oh my God. I can't fucking... The buttons are all busted. This isn't even like a possible thing, by the way. This is the kind of fuck up that shouldn't even technically be able to happen. I'm having to press every button 3 or 4 times in order for anything to work. Very strange. All right.
As a man, after 21 years old, you don't get birthdays anymore. They're done. No more birthdays after 21 years of age. There's things you were supposed to grow out of in your early 20s. Birthdays is one of them. You're not supposed to be a 25-year-old man and wake up in the morning and go, oh, I hope that special person shows up for my special day. Oh my goodness. I hope I get to blow out the candles in front of all the special people on my special day. That's all about me. I hope I get the thing that I was dreaming for. What's your deal? Are you a gay man? Maybe gay men. Maybe if you're a homosexual, having birthdays after the age of 21 is acceptable. I'll allow that to happen. All of this masturbatory celebration over a date and all of this expectation is what's ruining a lot of people's lives, especially fat millennials like this one right here.
And he's, of course, talking about Mersh. Okay, so... speaking of gay guys, speaking of the Earth's raped, before we get into the birthday celebrations for an adult baby man, let's talk about somebody else who was apparently raped. Now, this is crazy. Okay, I couldn't believe this. I thought this was, when I first saw it, I swear to God, I thought this was like a Photoshop or someone taking words out of context. This is real. As a follow-up to our last episode about Aaron Imholte eating cum and Rekieta being a cum guy, Nick Rekieta was in Nobody Likes Onions YouTube chat, and he said something. And this is 100% confirmed to be him. He's got the check mark next to his name. You can't fake this. This is a real comment from him. I don't know what it was in relation to. I don't know what was going on in the episode, but this is apparently a true screenshot. Rekieta says, Aaron was abusive and sex with him became ... less consensual.
Yikes. What? Yeah, Aaron's the gay guy now.
So just to be clear here, that implies that it was originally consensual, which is worse somehow. I'm not 100% sure how, but
I suck fucking cock all the time.
there we go. These buttons, man. I don't know what the fuck's happening. Anyway, so apparently Aaron released Dark Aaron onto Nick. And now, listen, when the man wants cum, he's going to get it, whether you want to give it or not. I mean, Nick's a cum guy and everything, but, your limits only go so far. A guy can only produce but so much. It's death by snoo at this point. But Aaron's insatiable. His hunger never ends. He's the length of a tapeworm. He's like 20 feet long, and he's also the exact same tubularity of a tapeworm. And you can't feed him enough. He's like he's like an earthworm going through the dirt. It's coming back out the other end as he goes. That's how he tunnels. That's how he burrows. And he burrowed himself into Nick Rekieta's back end. So I just want to be clear about something. I tried to make a big deal about this on the last episode. Everybody thinks I'm an Aaron Imholte guy because I've tried to get him on the show and I've been on his show and all this stuff. And I was like, no. They're both gay. They both suck. They're both cum guys. I'm 100% on Aaron's side from now on. I don't want to be the Earth's rape. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make a recommendation to everybody out there. Get on Aaron's good side before he's on your backside. You don't have a lot of options in this scenario. I'm going to... Listen, you can ride the Aaron train or Aaron turns you into the Aaron train. That's all I'm going to say. And that's according to Nick Rekieta, so it's not really up to me what's going on there. Listen, what happens between two grown men celebrating their birthdays, bloodying the sheets, getting rended asunder, that's behind closed doors. That's their business. And I'm sorry I did the episode, Aaron. Okay? Do you want me to take it down? I'll take down the episode. Can I take down the episode and everything's okay? If I take down the episode, are we good? If I take down the episode, because I'm not a cum guy. So please don't rape me, I guess is the point. One more time here, Aaron. And again, this is Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a real, actual lawyer somehow. He says Aaron was abusive and sex with him became, and I like this part, ... very dramatic, less consensual. All of these buttons seem to be working just fine. Okay, fine. Less consensual, which means there's still an element of consent in there. Like there's a modicum of consent going on, a crumb. He's getting a pussy crumb of consent. Nick's like, you know what it is? Maybe Nick was trying to take back his power in the relationship. I think that might be it. Because again, it's not rape if you come. You have the choice. You can always steal back from your rapist. All you have to do is physically come on him. And at that point, he's gay. Okay? Not you. You're just enjoying what God gave you, a gift, a special surprise. So maybe that was Nick's attempt to, sort of out alpha Aaron. But man, and imagine Aaron sneaking up behind Nick. He's biting him on the ear. You got to throw a burlap sack over Nick's back in order to keep the scratch marks off of there. No wonder he got that horrifically gay tattoo down his arm. He's probably got scars going down his arm. That his cum gutter, by the way, his cum gutter tattoo. What do you think happened there? That's Aaron sniffing around. He's like a truffle pig. He's looking for treasure, gnashing his teeth about. So anyway, that's what's going on with Nick Rekieta. However, there's actually a little bit more here. What happened to did I get rid of Twitter because I played that video? Maybe I did. I got to open up Twitter again. There's actually more going on because I have now spoken to Nick Rekieta. Okay, Nick and I have been DMing, and you get to hear the entire back and forth in this episode.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
Support the show. Join the pizza fund. Podawful.pizza.
Pizza.
Podawful.pizza.
Podawful.pizza. Join the pizza fund. Get immediate access to this full premium episode of the show, Podawful.pizza. And, of course, our archive of premium episodes, banned episodes, bonus episodes, and so much more. Support the show. And you probably want to go over there now before the website crashes. Much like Aaron Imholte, our website can only handle but so many loads. So Podawful.pizza, sign up now and get see the rest of this, and you'll hear my entire conversation with Nick Rekieta. But let's shift gears. We'll come back to that in just a second here. Let's shift gears and let's talk a little Shaman before we get back to the Mersh coverage as well. I want this part to be out there. I want this to be in the free section. You know, Comedy She-Man is pretending he didn't see the most recent episode of the show that was all about him. An entire episode revealing just how deep the rabbit hole goes, how much Podawful's been watching you, how much access we have. Now, maybe he's telling I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he's telling the truth? He didn't actually watch the episode? Is that even possible?
He watched it. Come on.
He had to.
Yeah,
He's too self-interested. Yeah.
I mean, if a guy makes a whole episode about you, you know, your name in the title, everything, it's revealing everything about your life, they got to know. And also, I have it, I believe it's on pretty good authority here that he did comment on his car crash, which we revealed in that episode. So he must have seen it. But he's going to sit there and pretend like he didn't see it. He's going to sit there and pretend like we didn't reveal that we have a direct line to his fake rehab girlfriend. He's going to sit there and pretend like we don't have full access to all of his technology, his computer, his phones. His computer is, by the way, kind of a useless thing to have access to right now. He ran away from home as an adult man. Happy birthday, Shaman! Running away from home. He's now basically a homeless guy. We know exactly what's going on in his life. This is a really, really stupid move, what he's done. Because here's how Comedy She-Man spent his birthday. He spent it threatening me. Okay? Now, number one, he also bought himself a present. I guess no one else was going to do it. So I think he did buy himself some new shoes or something, like some Air Force Ones or something. If you don't know, ever since Comedy She-Man left rehab the last time and he ran away from home, he's decided he is now black. Okay? And I don't mean the way that Mersh sometimes chooses to be a wigger in between Tony Soprano impressions or whatever. I mean, he not only thinks he understands the black struggle, the Mein Kampf of black people, if you will, he also, which I think is what technically Ye is writing about in that one song, which we'll also get into a little bit later in the show. I believe that She-Man is now not only identifying with the struggle of black people, but he full on 100% is on a war against white people. He sees the upcoming Ra-ho-wah, Ra-ho-wah, Ra-ho-wah coming up, and he's chosen sides, and he picked the fucking wrong, like, they're not going to have you, man. He thinks he's going to somehow worm his way in and become best friends with black people, and they're going to be like, you're actually the king of us now. Thank you so much. Oh, you want, hey, You won the race war for us. You killed the white people. I'm not kidding. He's really saying this. Here's something. He says, fuck white people. He said that in relation to me, by the way. Somehow I had something to do with it. I mean, I know I'm like the whitest guy of all time, but he says, if you're a slave to your carnal desires, you don't exist until observed. He's still doing his Jim Carrey, I'm not really here, man bit. He says, so when I get mad, I've learned to train myself that I realize I'm just playing a character named Clay. Okay? Yeah, even Clay Combs isn't a real guy. Comedy She-Man's not a real guy. In fact, I think the real guy at this point is Ceramic Brushes. So I don't really know what's going on mentally fully with him. I do know what's going on in his DMs, though, because I can read them. I guess he thinks because he opened up a new Discord account, the Ceramic Brushes account, and by the way, several others. Like, why does he think I know it's him every time he shows up under a new name? What does he think the functionality is there? How do I detect that instantly every single time? I still have full access to everything this guy is saying about me. Okay? And he's talking a lot of shit. A lot of cash money. Okay, Playboy. You understand what I'm saying? Dog. Excuse me. Oh, you gonna stand 10 toes behind it. Okay. That kind of stuff. So he's talking some real bad stuff about me. Don't believe me, Clay? Because I know he's gonna watch. Well, here's my birthday present to you. Happy 31st birthday. Here he is saying, as for Jesse, and by the way, I've read all of his DMs to everybody. This is one where he's like laying out the plans. Okay, I selected this one at random. He's been telling multiple people in multiple ways about all of this, but here's one of the worst, most egregious examples. He says, as for Jesse, I'll be patient and wait a while before I contact my video hosting provider. Okay? He's trying to get me kicked off of my video hosting provider. He says, I promise you 100% I will destroy his paywall. Then him and my mom can have as many talks as they want. As if I wasn't already having as many as I wanted. But it's going to happen. I won't file it until I have a minimum of a dozen TOS infractions with time codes. Targeted harassment is something, by the way, how is this not targeted harassment? Targeted harassment is something they won't tolerate regardless of police reports. No idea what he's talking about there. There's no statute of limitations in TOS. Fuck white people. And then he says something really strange. He says, see, and you don't even know about the property Jesse's mom owns in Florida, which she doesn't own. I have no idea what he's talking about there. That's where he does the really illegal shit. In case you guys didn't know, my criminal enterprise involves me flying down from the moon, driving all the way to Florida, and going to my mom's house to commit crime. She's in on it, by the way. I don't know what these crimes are, but my mom's actually one of the masterminds. She's like a capo to my entire racketeering regime. Just ask him about it and see his reaction, bro. Okay, well, here's my reaction, bro. Huh? What? Huh? Okay, so here's my birthday present, the She-Man. You are threatening my livelihood. You're threatening my wife and my children's lives. And I have access to all your shit. I know exactly where you're staying. I know exactly what's going on. I know where you work. And if you do shit to me, I swear to fucking God, you better hope nobody does anything. Because now I'm going to assume it was you. Even if it wasn't you, it was you now. So here's what I promise. You want a job? You want to be able to keep a carport over your head? You want to fulfill your fantasy of one day getting off of Kratom by continuing to do Kratom? You want to be able to afford that kratom? I suggest you stop talking all this cash money shit, nigga, to all of your blackest friends, okay? I'm going to suggest that right now because I swear to fucking God, if I even get the tiniest hiccup, the idea of something happening to my livelihood, it's not going to be your livelihood you have to worry about, okay? It's going to be much, much deeper. And that's all I'm going to say here. And you're not the only guy. You got a family too. Now, of course, you don't have a wife and you don't have kids and you never will because no woman will ever love you.
That's right.
My famous quote to Comedy She-Man. I don't remember saying it, but I believe it. I agree with the Jesse who said it. You're a
He's
rehab,
an easy target.
your rehab girlfriend, does she need money? Does she have kids? What about her family that's all online and I know all their names and I've seen all their pictures and their videos? What about them? What about your mom? What about your dad? Morton! Okay? I'm going to assume at some point, you know, the living in a ditch won't feel so comfortable to you anymore, and you're going to run home to mommy. And I'm going to make sure mommy won't have you. You want me to, you're okay with me having as many phone calls as I want with mommy? Okay. I could maybe convince mommy of some things. I'm going to have a real big fucking talk with mommy, with the comedy Shaman, if that's what needs to happen. You promise you'll 100% destroy my paywall? Let me get this straight, okay? Let me just make sure you understand. The Podawful Pizza Fund ain't going nowhere. If you even manage to do anything, if I lose my video hosting provider, here's what happens next. I make more money, and then I get a new one, and then it's on. And I'll have no reason. I will be popping the governor off that sumbitch, and it's fully on forever. Enjoy your 31st birthday. You want to see 32? Keep your fucking meth mouth shut, bitch. Got it? And don't pretend like you didn't see this episode. I can see what you see. I can see what you watch on YouTube. And by the way, don't make me release some of that. Your watch history on YouTube, holy fucking shit. Some of it is embarrassing in ways that no one here is fully prepared for. I'm not talking about like, oh, he's watching old gay Opie and Anthony clips. I'm talking stuff that changes your mind permanently about a guy. Suddenly, it's not so funny. You know, oh, the silly goon who's into meth. Suddenly, it gets a lot worse than that. Some of these things are looking kind of strange. For a guy with no kids, some of your search history looks really fucking strange. You sure you want to go this route, Shaman? Because we'll go. I've been sitting here waiting for a long time now. Oh, he's going to show up to my house. He threatened to show up to my house and kill my kids and me. He threatened to murder me. I'll remind the audience, in the Pizza Fund, I'll show you the clip of Shaman threatening to kill me. Okay? Straight up, those were the words. It's not, you know, he's not dancing around the subject. He's not being metaphorical. It ain't in Minecraft. Chicken jockey. So, I promise you, this will be the dumbest thing you've ever done in your life. And I'm including meth and falling in love with a T-girl. Okay? Oh, here we go. Here's an interesting one. It doesn't even matter who. If I catch any cult member in public, I'm catching a felony. I can quit being a human and be a demon if that's what it takes to feel like a man. Nobody relies on me. That's going to be true. He says, in Jesse's words, I'm just a plaything. I'm not fucking playing anymore, Clay. Threaten me again, bitch. See you in the pizza fund. Podawful.pizza. Fuck you. And fuck your fucking birthday.
Sorry, nigga.
I'm Tom Gully, and you're watching Is This Live, the show
This content right here
on the Podawful TV network.
is pizza funds only.
Podawful.pizza.
This shit is beefer. You're listening to Howdy Do with J. Crew.
Podawful.pizza.
We got shooters in these streets.
Nigga.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cult.
Okay, let's see if we got rid of the poor people yet. Oh, I guess we got to jump over to, you know what? Let's just stay on air actually here for a second.